Hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion Channel. Today I'm going to share with all of you guys a basics box over here and also a pretty much basic watch, although it is a special release. But anyway, let's pop it up right away. Here it is. So this model over here is indeed a 3i DW-6900 series model that is able to be pretty popular back in the like 5 or 10 years ago during the early days where G-Shock had just beginning start to boom on the market. So this is one of the model that lead to that. So that's why Council G-Shock better listen this. And I believe this model over here is also one of the most historic or iconic model out there, since they released this back in the 90s as well, so making this very popular. And even though they looks like they didn't really focusing a lot on this, but if you look back on recent release G-Shock watch, Council G-Shock seems to be keep releasing this type of series just in different colorway and collaboration. Anyway, here is some more interesting details about this specific colorway, and to do that we're gonna need perfect Bible, of course, and we need to go to the year 2011, where the year that this model was released. Let's go over here, right? And here's 2011. Look at that, we have a bunch of DW-6900 series G-Shock watch. Like, I believe this model is one of the most popular model like 5 years ago, so no wonder Casio G-Shock keep releasing a bunch of this just in different colorway, same shape, same profile, same button operation, same function, yet like I believe there are hundreds of colorway of this specific model alone, even up to date. This is over here is again DW-6900 SN-3JF. They call this the Matte Dial series, as being written on the description over here. And if you're thinking about getting one of this, I'll try to find a purchase link and add in the description box down below for you to have a look for the price or any spare parts in case you're looking just to get a band and bezel and custom the G-Shock that you already have. Since I haven't made an unboxing or review video for this model yet, so that's why I grabbed this thing in a used conditions, and I found it's pretty interesting for me to share with all of you guys a used G-Shock watch as well. And you guys just heard, like, that is the signal tone for this model over here. I turned the signal on and the beeping sound of this is very incredible. Look at that. I'm wearing the GM100D-4JF, which is a vintage G-Mix series G-Shock watch that have the ability to play music. So you can check the unboxing and review video for full thoughts and opinion and review on this incredible timepiece over here. But for now, let's proceed back to this specific model. Quick reach check over there. So here it is. I want to share this in the use condition right now, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of use marked here and there. So this is gonna give you guys a nice indicator of how your G-Shock's gonna looks like over time, depending on how you use it. In this case, like 7 years up to date. So let's have a look up close. On the sides we have 2 buttons, 2 screws, standard things as well, in silver glossy finish with of course a lot of scratch already. And you get to see that the band and bezel had totally been used up. You could see they have almost chipped out parts all the way on the edges of the watch band and bezel over here. Even this part over here have holes in it. I'm pretty sure the owner of this watch had to do something with work that involved fire or sparks that resulting on these holes on this bezel, because as tough as our G-Shock watches, they are still not fire resistant just yet. So I mean, obviously they are made of plastic resin, so that's why. And as you're gonna see holes in there, probably sparks get into there and create the hole. And I'm not sure if you can see all the holes on the watch glass as well. This is just mineral glass. If this part was made of sapphire, probably no issues at all, but in this case fully mineral glass, so you guys can see a lot of holes on top of there as well. So I'm pretty sure this was caused by sparks of fire hitting to that and resulting in those condition. But the watch still working fine regardless of any situation that you got yourself into. So that's very interesting thing to have a look or to be proud of when you own something like this. Consider the price for this is only like 12,000 yen, I guess. very cheap, totally worth the price. And also, after you beat the hell out of this, you could sell it back to someone who still wanted it. So it's sort of like a win-win situation, even though you pay a high price. If you think that 12,000 yen is high, keep that in mind that you could still sell it back and get your money back, at least half of it or less than that. But it's still working fine, but this yellow color on that should be on this G button is already faded off, but it's all fine. The rest still working fine. There are no cracking sign at all, not even a stickiness, but it is indeed chip out like so. And if you could see from the watch band as well, I have a lot of scratch, and the coating, you could see that the paint on here and this part are the same. I'm pretty sure the coating that Casio G-Shock added on this series already faded off. And it's also looking like it is cracking in that region of there, this groove over there. Look at that, beginning to crack as well. That is the coating, the paint. I'm pretty sure the matte dowel finishing that they added on here. The watch band itself still working fine. Look at how smooth it is. No sign of cracking at all, just the paint. So technically, you can repaint everything and hide all of this use mark, and you're gonna end up with something that is looking almost brand new. And also, if you try hard enough, you could try to remove all the scratch on the glass, but it's gonna take too much time for me to do it. And also, the best way, I mean, the easiest way is of course to swap the whole hard case and just reuse the engine and the faceplate, because the faceplate in there is fully matte finishing. That is very, very beautiful in my opinion. And also the display is blue, so that's unique as well. So you don't want to get rid of that. You probably need to swap the hard case or just clean it up if you have the time. If you want to, if you get something like this in the used condition, that's probably one or two things that you could do to fix your G-Shock. And I tried to clean this part up actually. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fully clean this yellowish part. This is probably the buckle marks, but it's all fine. And also we have more chipped out parts at the bottom here, and one of the way that I could think of to get rid of this part is just by burning it. Put some lighters in it just quickly and then tap it a little bit, you know, to ensure this part is flattened out. It's gonna end up with a weird looking shape, but at least it won't be this obvious in my opinion. So you could try that out as well if you want to fix your used G-Shock watch. Moving down to the bottom here, this guy is still holding up very well. A lot of scratch by the way, and still of course yellowish marks, so you could tell that the owner wears somewhere around here. So do probably have a skinny wrist, about 15 all the way to 18 centimeters wrist, because I wear my watch over here, or number third holes, and I have 15 centimeters wrist. So the owner should be around here, bigger than me actually. So that's very nice, a telltale that you could understand just by looking at the G-Shock alone. You could tell how the owners, the previous owner like, you know. So it's very interesting. Now moving to the top part over here, more scratch as well. Look at that. You know, I need to reduce this. There it is, somewhere around there. Alright, similar thing again, a lot of scratch here and there. And the band keeper is, I believe, one of the most what do you call this, weak part as far as the whole watch band and bezel, because this part over here tend to get rotten pretty quickly, and they are almost impossible to get clean and also fixed. The best way that I could think of, just swap the whole base or just custom painted it. Right, the buckle in my case right now have a lot of scratches, but not much to a point that it is harsh major scratch, you know, just minor things. So probably the owner didn't sit on the table, or person who didn't work on the desk. Like if you usually work on the desk, your hand most likely gonna expose to the table and resulting a lot of scratch at the bottom part over here. So you know right away the owner is probably working outdoors. And again, that's explain the sparks and the fires and all those, right? So it's very interesting to see how the Japanese like just didn't care, just wear out the G-Shock however they like. Even though this part over here, I mean, look at the colorway, it is very bright and colorful, and the owner actually use it to do work that's involve fire. I don't know how that actually works together. Usually if you want to do this sort of work, we most likely gonna think that we're gonna be wearing something that is high end like this to withstand all those. But yeah, this watch over here still are able to make the job done. You know, you don't need to wear $1,000 a G-Shock watch just to get your job done. This watch over here is just good enough, depending on which function that you want. Since this guy over here only have date and time, but it's tiny display. The top part, half of the display is just used for graphics, animations, and that's about it. We have an alarm, a single alarm with signal, date, specific date set of course, and we have a countdown timer, 24-hour, and a stopwatch and back to home time, and of course a light there in blue colorway. So that's about it for the function that this model have. Very simple, very straightforward, fits to the price, and yet you're still gonna get something that is 200-meter water resistance as being engraved or stamped on this back plate over here. Look at that, water resistant bar, Casio 3230 engine, DW-6900 stainless steel back, made in China. And look at that, even though this model was made in China, you could obviously see that how strong it is, how far it could go in taking a beating. So that's what makes these models very popular as well. They're cheap, they're iconic, they are classic. Other than square model, this is also like the second version of square, a classic piece as well, and they're still tough. And I mean, they come in plenty, like hundreds of colorway. I'm very certain they are one that fits for you if you have low budget and you don't mind something like this, right? So let me end this right away by making a quick wrist check and just share for all you guys how this thing gonna feel like on my wrist. I'm gonna wear hose number 2 from the top, and here it is. Like that, very nice fit. The watch band is already been used, so it tends to feel a little bit more softer over time. It wears more comfortable like this over time, and so soft, man. Compared to when you get this thing brand new, it's gonna be pretty stiff. In this case, really soft, and making this more comfortable when you wear it over time. That's that I have to share right now. Simple video, nothing fancy, nothing that's too heavy for you to have a look at. Just basic DW-6900 turquoise or metal series in green colorway. So that's it that I have to share. So my opinion, my thoughts, and some of the things that I like to share about G-Shock watches in general. And that's all. I hope you guys found this video a little bit useful, informative, and entertaining as well for your future reference. Leave a like if this video does help you though, and also subscribe to see more contents like this coming up in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support, especially to those who have been supporting me in my Patreon page. Send me some donations, it's gonna be very helpful to the community and to you guys as well. And don't forget to check out Yamato Disco website if you want to purchase brand new release G-Shock watch. And if you do want to get something out from their website, please use this discount code and get $10 off your purchase. And good luck guys with your next G-Shock watches. I'll be unboxing more and more, so don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion Channel, and